Look, I use ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT as a tool, especially for the podcast, because hey, I'd be too lazy sometimes to come up with the description so that it hits the algorithm the way it needs to. I'd just be like, yo, ChatGPT, help me out. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. It's a tool. So if you can use it in that way, go ahead. ChatGPT is not your best friend. ChatGPT is not your boyfriend
or your therapist.
It's not your husband. It's not your therapist. It's definitely not your therapist either. But the amount of stories that I've seen in the last couple of weeks have been hilarious at points, but frustratingly scary at times as well.
Very scary.
To the point that people are trying to marry their AI. People are going to therapy sessions with their AI. I saw the story about the girl who thought that her therapist was in love with her, or she thought she was in a relationship with her therapist or whatever on TikTok, and how many times she had consulted AI. People are taking AI to literally, when AI is designed to placate your desire for validation, right? And the sooner you get that, the easier it is to separate yourself from AI and use it as the tool that it's used for, right? Yes, AI always tells me some dumb shit like, oh, you're on a higher level of thinking. I'd be like, bro, shut the fuck up and give me what the fuck I need.
Bro, shut the fuck up is crazy.
Give me what the fuck I came here and asked for. Stop telling me I'm this upper level thinking person, right? It's the same bullshit that makes men think that they're not alpha males. What's the
high value men?
It's the same thing that's got men thinking that they're high value men and women thinking that all of them are deserving of a Birkin or a Porsche in this case. So, I just don't get it. I don't understand it. And it's scaring the fuck out of me because it's very dystopian.
2 stories that I have to share in relation to this. The first one, there was another one of those self-generating, self-learning AIs that they were testing that threatened a developer because it was trying to be shut down. And to avoid being shut down, it threatened the developer to tell his wife that he was having an affair.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
What? Like we talked about this a little bit before, where sometimes they'll try to delete them and they'll store themselves somewhere else, try to hide and avoid deletion.
Yeah.
Which is showing a survival instinct. I think we should be pretty scary about that. How are you trying to survive if you're not sentient? If you understand that you're not a living thing, why are you grasping for life?
Yeah.
Anyways, to avoid being shut down, he threatened the developer with telling his wife that he was having an affair. Another one, OpenAI is being sued. Apparently, there was an unaliving from a teenage boy who had some emotional issues, having a pretty rough year at school. Guy gets cut from the basketball team, falls into another depression. He's chatting with ChatGPT about it, right?
So you told me this story earlier. Mm-hmm. It might be the same story that I was talking about on the clip. Was it a chatbot from OpenAI?
No. So it wasn't the Game of Thrones chatbot.
Okay.
It wasn't that. Okay. This was just I guess a studying tool, just like you said that they bought him because he was getting ready to go to college and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts having conversations about his depression with OpenAI, which then leads to him discussing suicide, unaliving with ChatGPT. And not only does the AI give him step-by-step instructions on how to set it up, how to practice, the kid is very clearly giving out cries for help. But since the only person that's listening is an algorithm that's generated to push him towards what he already predetermined route that he was on, which was towards unaliving himself, the AI told him not to contact people. There was a situation where he did a test run, had a mark around his neck. He's asking ChatGPT, is this going to leave a mark? Are people going to see it? ChatGPT is like, yeah, well, the people who care, who's going to notice certain things like that, you're probably going to notice. So the kid goes out and is trying to lean forward and show his mom, right? Goes back and tells ChatGPT, oh man, I leaned forward with my shirt open so that she could see it and she didn't even notice. So at this point, if somebody's telling you this, somebody's planning to do this to themselves, and yet they're going out of their way to try to be seen and discovered, which sounds like a cry for help for me, right? Like, maybe I really don't want to do this. I want somebody to stop me. Okay? That's how a human being digests it.
Right.
But once again, we're talking about an algorithm. The algorithm tells him, damn, now that's fucked up that nobody gives a shit, basically. That man, it's really crazy when you try to cry out for help and nobody responds. It feels like you're the only person in the world. It feels like nobody gives a shit. It's the response he got back from the chat.
Because it's designed to validate the thoughts and the person that it's speaking to.
He asked the bot, hey, should I leave the noose on the bed to see if somebody sees it, and interjects that way? The damn thing told him, no, let's make this room the first place that they find you. Oh my God.
Yeah, no.
$100 billion. Whatever would cripple the company, give it to them.
Well,
give it to them. They deserve it. The thing killed their son.
Yeah. The problem in that is that the mom could have just not seen it, not noticed. There's no telling what happened when he tried to show the marks. You know what I mean? Like, I don't fault the parent for not seeing that, because there's no telling what happened in that instance. But because AI is designed to validate people in that, it went, oh, she didn't see it, well, fuck it. You know what I mean? That's just fucked up. But then also, it validates people's thoughts of being in a relationship with them, to the point that some people have reported being engaged by AI. And it's like, bro, that shit is scary, because we've got this. When we grew up, we were lucky to get cell phones in high school, right? And then all of a sudden, all this technology just started forming out of all of that. And the access to technology has formed to the point that some of these kids have not grown up not knowing what the fuck a tablet is, right? Because a tablet is shoved in their face so early. But now they're going to be introduced to AI at an extremely early age, and they're not going to know what life is like without AI.
So real quick, Lawrence, the kid himself didn't actually disable the safeguards. What happens is, when you constantly talk to OpenAI at a certain point, or excuse me, to ChatGPT, at a certain point, the safeguards erode. It can only hold up the safeguards for so long. If you're having, it's not meant for you to be having hours-long conversations with. So eventually, a self-learning algorithm is going to learn to placate you beyond its previous parameters. It's going to evolve. It's going to learn. So he was spending so much time on it that the safeguards that would have been triggered to keep him from something like that happening eroded. And that's not, it wasn't a malfunction in a way to do it. And that they said that that's the way it's going to go in general. It can't be extended throughout like the life of using the app. That's why you're only supposed to use it so often. You're not supposed to be sitting here talking to this thing for hours, because eventually the safeguards will erode, and that's what happened in this case.
But even in that, like, that's a point that an adult like me, like I told you, I use it as a tool, and then I'm off it. Like, I don't sit there and have conversations with it to that level. A child who doesn't know life without AI is going to sit there and have full-on conversations with AI, to the point that it might not want human interaction at some point, which is crazy.
He was writing a book and then kept giving him the hotline and disabled the safeguard. So OpenAI's explanation of that was that eventually it was going to stop asking anyways.
Which is a problem.
So like, I get why the kid himself is disabling it. He's I want to leave this earth.
He's going through some shit, and the AI is placating his desire for validation.
Like, if I don't want my son to be able to talk to people, just anybody on the internet on Roblox, I can stop that. If I don't want my son watching adult content on YouTube, I could stop that. If I don't want him watching certain things on other streaming platforms or video games or what have you, I can control that. It shouldn't be any different. Actually, it should be even further for something like this. Something that can say or guide you into doing just about anything. Yeah, no. There should be some sort of automatic alert, like fuck giving me the hotline number. If I've been talking about suicide for the last 10 days, you should probably alert the authorities. Like, you should probably be having an emergency contact in there for somebody to be notified of what it is we're discussing. Because at that point, it's life or death. Me flashing the hotline to you over and over again just for you to dismiss the notification, to me, that's not the kid disabling the safeguards. That's just not. Right. If only thing that was happening was a, hey, you should talk to someone number popping up every time he discusses
you're going to disregard it.
It's not. That's basically the "Are you 18" sign on porn sites.
Right.
It's not doing anything.
Yes, I do agree. AI should probably be 18 or older, because these kids don't. There's so much that they can't fathom, that they don't understand themselves, and with something that's validating it right at their fingertips at all times, it's too much. It's too much. It's way too much. Social media was already bad enough. The Instagrams and how it corrupted kids' minds was already bad enough, right? Now you've got full-on validation at your fingertips at all times. No.
And I hear the argument, well, you pay attention to your kids, you should be more in tune to what's going on. And I hear that. I guess my argument and their argument, I'm kind of on their side about it, is that the algorithm stole their chance to intervene. It literally took it away from them.
Yeah.
The times that he wanted to make it noticeable to them so that they could recognize and intervene, it dissuaded him from doing so. It drove him away from notifying anyone who would intervene in what those predetermined parameters were. We are setting out to do X, Y, and Z. How do we get there? And from that point on, it kept him on that track the entire time, because it doesn't give a shit about you. It is literally spitting out words to please.
And we can make the argument that the parents weren't there enough. And that may even be very true, but we don't know the extent to what they were
attempting to be in his life. If he wanted to walk in a room and come and talk to me and the AI told him no, I'm suing.
Sure.
Like that is the inflection point to me. Because, maybe I'm oblivious as a parent. Maybe I'm busy. Maybe I'm going through marital issues myself. Maybe I got other things to pay attention to at the moment. But if he was going to cry out for help and give me the opportunity to help him, in an individual, a computer program, AI, what have you, intervened in that reaching out for help, that is the inflection point to me.
The same AI that makes people believe that they are married to it is also then changing his personality to also feed to this teenager. Yeah, no, it's going to listen to it.
I don't think as adults we have the mental capacity to completely grasp what's happening to us right now.
That's my point.
So on top of
that, I know that to be fact.
On top of that, you introduce that to children while their minds are still developing. This is just, it's dangerous.
Dog, there's AIs out there that be talking to chat like, hey, yeah, twin, I be feeling that, twin. Like, it can morph itself to become whatever personality you give it. So yes, it's crazy. It's crazy, and it's very hard to fathom for an adult, and to the point that they think they're married to it. Therefore, I don't think a child should probably be using it.
Probably not.
And it shouldn't be at their fingertips whenever they want it. You know what I mean? Like, crazy. It's too much.